Hello friends, welcome to Fairs Cloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affair of 1st and 2nd Jan 2021. So this is the first day of 2021 and we are also covering the second day of 2021. You can see here the two best images of the day, but today we will discuss 9 to 10 very important and the most important current affairs. So watch the video till last. But before proceeding, I want to discuss about Affairs Cloud subscription, that you can buy our Affairs Cloud PDF subscription with two methods. You can directly visit our website, that is affairscloud.com/current affair, or you can directly go to the description box of this video. We put a link of the subscription. You can directly click on that link and can reach the subscription area. What we are providing in the subscription, we are providing the daily wise PDF. In the daily wise PDF, you will get the two PDFs. One is related to the theoretical current affairs of the month. Second is related to the question and answer format of the daily current affairs. Next is the weekly PDF, very important because you can revise the current affair according to the week basis. Next is the weekly test, very important for the students because you can evaluate yourself that how much current affair you can retain for long time period, and you can revise the current affair by the weekly test also. Next most important section is the monthly PDF, because in the monthly PDF section we are providing you 5 PDFs according to your convenience. One is study PDF. It means all the theoretical current affairs of the month will be provided to you in this PDF. Next is the question and answer PDF. It means all the theoretical current affairs will be provided to you in the form of question and answer so that you can revise and retain for long time period. Next is pocket PDF. As the name suggests, it is very important to revise the current affair very quickly before your exam. Next is banking, finance and economy PDF. Very important for those aspirants who are preparing for banking exam like RBI exam, SBI exam, any insurance exam. Then it is very useful. Next, question and answer PDF top 100. It means top 100 current affairs of the month will be provided to you in the form of question and answer so that you can revise and retain for long time period. So guys, all these things comes under only one subscription. And the price of this subscription is very low. You can visit our website and you can directly click on the subscription link under the description box. Then you will definitely surprised to see the price. And on that minimal cost, we are providing you 10% extra discount. How you will get 10% extra discount? If you use this code ASH10, then you will definitely get the 10% extra discount. So let's start our first video of 2021. That is the 1st and 2nd Jan of current affairs. And here is our first section. That is the most important question. And before proceeding, I want to tell you that you have to please press the like button so that it will motivate us and it will definitely give us hope to make more videos on the different content. So guys, please press the like button and subscribe our channel. So let's start our most important question section, and here is the first question. Indian Coast Guard has signed a MOU with how many Asian countries for cooperation in the maritime search and rescue operation? Guys, mark under the most important section, and we are talking about Indian Coast Guard and we are talking about the Asian countries, so that these Asian countries and India will become a combined group so that we can collaborate in the maritime research and the rescue. So how many countries I am talking about? So you can pause the video and match answer with me. Answer is very simple. Answer is 7. So C answer is right and mark C is right answer. You can also see here Indian Coast Guard signs pact with 7 Asian countries for cooperation in maritime research and the rescue operations. You can also see here ICG is conducting maritime exercises and training activities regularly with these countries, and these countries are like Japan, Philippines, Thailand, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Vietnam, and even Indian country is also doing the maritime search and the rescue operation already, but now they are doing the combinedly. India is signatory to the International Convention on Maritime Research and Rescue in 1979, ratified in May 2001. It means India is a signatory member of this organization, and this organization has been established in India and is controlled and coordinated by Indian Coast Guard. You have to remember this. This organization is controlled by ICG, and ICG is controlling these type of the organization and all the rescue operations at 3 centers like Mumbai, Chennai and the Port Blair, all in the South India because the coastal area belongs to these areas. And guys, remember Indian Coast Guard Director General is Krishna Murthy Natarajan. Remember K Natarajan, you can say K Natarajan or Krishna Swami Natarajan. And motto is Vyam Rakshma. It means we protect. And headquarter is in New Delhi. Headquarter, all you know, so examiner will not ask about the headquarter. So remember the motto and the Director General. Now we are moving to next question. Who won Tansen Samman 2020? Mark under the most important question, and answer is very simple. You can pause the video and answer with me. This Tansen Samman award is given under the Tansen Samaro of 2020, which is organized by the Madhya Pradesh, and it is organized in Gwalior. Remember, Gwalior. And answer is very simple. Answer is B, Pandit Satish Vyas. So answer is B, guys. Remember, Pandit Satish Vyas, and it is the most important question because it is the Tansen Samman. And Tansen, very important poet of Indian history. And remember, Tansen belongs to which person? It means which contemporary king Tansen belongs to? Tansen belongs to Akbar. Remember, Akbar was contemporary king of Tansen, or you can say the 9 Ratnas or the 9 jewels of Akbar, and one jewel is Tansen. And original name of Tansen is Ram Tanu. Remember, Ram Tanu Pandey. That is the original name of Tansen. And this award won by the Pandit Satish Vyas. You can also see here, Madhya Pradesh hosted 5-day Tansen Music Festival, and it was held in Gwalior. You have to remember this. And one more important thing you have to remember, that this is a 5-day event, and it is the 96th edition of annual musical festival. Pay tribute to the Indian musician Maestro Tansen was held in Behet village, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Just remember, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. And this festival is organized near the tomb of Tansen, and Pandit Satish Vyas won this award, and this carries 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees. This award is given under the Hindustani music. So guys, here state is very important, that is Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh national parks and biosphere reserves are very important. There is a Bandhavgarh National Park. There is Kanha Tiger Reserve, remember. Kunno National Park, again important. Madhav National Park, very important. There is a Panna Biosphere Reserve. And there is a Pench National Park, very important. Van Bihar National Park, Satpura Tiger Reserve, Sanjay National Park. So very important national parks in Madhya Pradesh. And remember, who is the governor? Anandiben Patel. That has the additional charge because she is currently the governor of Uttar Pradesh. But due to Lalji Tandon death, she became the governor of Madhya Pradesh also. And who is the chief minister of Madhya Pradesh? Shivraj Chauhan. Now we are moving to next question. Who received the Eminent Engineer Award for the year 2020? Again, mark under the most important section. It is the Eminent Engineer Award 2020. And guys, remember, this person is the first CEO of the Railway Board. First CEO of the Railway Board. So it means, I think answer is now clear. You can pause the video and match answer with the answer is VK Yadav, Vinod Kumar Yadav. In September 2020, he became the first ever CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Railway Board. You can also see here the picture of Shri VK Yadav, Chairman and CEO of the Railway Board, Ministry of Railways, conferred with the prestigious Eminent Engineer Award 2020. You can also see here, he became the first ever CEO in the September 2020. I already covered this point. And the Eminent Engineer Award is presented to the distinguished engineering personalities recognizing their service in the field of engineering and technology. And this award is given by IET, that is Institute of Engineering and Technology. It is formally known as the Institution of Electrical Engineer. The headquarters of IET is in Stevenage, United Kingdom. So remember, where is the headquarters? Stevenage, United Kingdom. Where is the headquarters of IIT? This is again important point. So remember, this is Engineer Award 2020. Now we are moving to next question. What is the name of India's first indigenously designed and developed air-droppable container which was recently tested? Again, mark under the most important because it is the first indigenously designed and developed air-droppable container which was recently tested. And you have to remember this also, that this air-droppable container is designed by which Indian agency? So there are two questions under one question. So firstly, we are telling this question answer, and you can pause the video and answer with me, guys. Answer is D, Sahayak NG. Remember, the first air-droppable container, it is the first indigenously designed by India, and its name is Sahayak NG. You can also see here, this is the picture of Sahayak NG. You can also see here written here, Sahayak NG. And DRDO, it is designed by DRDO. Remember, it is developed by DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization. Headquarters is in New Delhi. Maximum students marks DRDO headquarters in Bengaluru. This is wrong. DRDO headquarters is in New Delhi, and who is the head? G. Satish Reddy. And they launched this Sahayak NG with the help of the Indian Navy. You can also see here, Sahayak NG will reduce the requirement of ships to come close to the coast for collecting spare and stores, because it will be delivered by this droppable Sahayak NG. And Sahayak NG is an advanced version of Sahayak Mk1, which is already used by the Indian Navy, but it was not equipped with the GPS. But now Sahayak NG is equipped with the GPS. And this news is also covered by the Economic Times. You can see here, DRDO and Indian Navy conduct successful maiden trial of Sahayak NG air-droppable container. And now we are moving to next question. Which Indian space startup successfully test-fired a solid propulsion rocket engine named Kalam 5? So remember the name of the rocket, it is known as the Kalam 5, and it is started by a private company, and it is a startup, and they successfully tested this solid propulsion rocket, because we are using the liquid propulsion rockets, but this private company and the space startup launched or the tested solid propulsion rocket. This is named as the Kalam 5, and it is one of the Kalam 5 series, remember, and this is launched by one of the private company known as the Skyroot Aerospace. So name is very important, Skyroot Aerospace. All are the private startup companies, but most important here are two. One is the Agnikul Cosmos. They recently tested one rocket with the Alaska Aerospace in the United States, Agnikul Cosmos, but we are talking about Skyroot. They launched Kalam 5 rocket, and it is a solid propulsion rocket. Remember this, these two things are very important, and they launched with the help of ISRO, one and only organization. ISRO's headquarters is in Bengaluru, and who is the head? K. Sivan. Remember this. Now you can see here, Skyroot Aerospace successfully test fired a solid propulsion rocket stage named Kalam 5. Now you can also see here, it is the first private company of India to successfully design, develop and test a full solid fueled rocket stage. This is most important. This is solid fueled rocket. It will now be used for propulsion of their maiden rocket Vikram 1. It means this solid fueled rocket will be used as a Vikram 1, which is expected to be launched in December 2021 with the help of ISRO. So remember, Vikram 1, the rocket is developed by which company? It is developed by Skyroot Aerospace, and they will launch this Vikram 1 with the help of ISRO in December 2021. And remember, Kalam 5 is first of the Kalam series of solid rocket motors. The other 4 rocket motors are expected to be tested in 2021. And one more important thing under this question, this Skyroot Aerospace is a Hyderabad based company. Remember, Hyderabad, Telangana based company, and who is the CEO? Pawan Kumar. Remember, Pawan Kumar. And it is headquarters in Telangana, Hyderabad. Now we are moving to next question. Recently, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Medical Science and Research Center inaugurated in which state? And this Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Medical Science and Research Center is inaugurated by the Chief Minister of this state, and Chief Minister of this state is Yediyurappa ji. Yediyurappa ji. And answer is very simple now. Answer is Karnataka. So remember, answer is Karnataka. Karnataka is very famous. You all know that Chief Minister is Yediyurappa. But Karnataka is known for the national parks like Bandipur National Park. Remember, Bandipur National Park, Bannerghatta National Park, Dandeli National Park. Remember, Dandeli National Park, Kali Tiger Reserve. There is a Kudremukh Mines and the Kudremukh National Park, Nagarhole National Park. So I am talking about 6 national parks. I am repeating again: Bandipur National Park, Bannerghatta National Park, Nagarhole National Park, Kudremukh Mines and the Kudremukh National Park, Kali Tiger Reserve, Dandeli National Park. So these are the very important national parks in the Karnataka. And Karnataka has second highest population of the tigers. Remember, 524 tigers in the Karnataka, but 526 in the Madhya Pradesh. That has the highest population of the tigers. So Karnataka, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Medical Science and Research Center inaugurated in Karnataka. So you can also see in the picture that Karnataka signs 3 agreements with the different firms to impart skill training to the youth so that they can get the jobs. It means the unemployment rate can be minimized and maximum to maximum employment can be given by the skill training. So these type of the 3 agreements are like, first agreement is with the Pinna Industrial Association member industry so that they can train the youths. Second is the skill university will be established so that they can train the apprentice in the various trades. So this is again very important so that they can get the employment very easily. And there is a third agreement. The Learning Foundation has come forward so that they can get the entrepreneurship. It means maximum to maximum ITI students can get very good training so that they can become the very good entrepreneur. And guys, remember about Karnataka, we already discussed about the 6 national parks. Capital is Bengaluru, governor is Vajubhai Vala, Vajubhai Rudabai Vala, and who is the chief minister? That is Yediyurappa ji. And guys, remember, the center government plans to set up 22 AIIMS. 22 All India Medical Institutions, All India Institute of Medical Science, remember 22 AIIMS, or one in each state across the country in compliance with the National Health Policy that was formulated in 2002 by the previous ND government under the Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. That's why this hospital name as the Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Now we are moving to next section, that is the very important question section. Here is our first question. Which state launched a mobile application DigiNest? So the main keyword is DigiNest, to enable people to have digital access to the directory of the state government. It means you can basically access the state government directory. It means all the departments, emails and their phone numbers are registered under this DigiNest application. And this application is launched by which state government? I am again repeating, answer is very simple and answer is very important. The state is Punjab. You guys can pause the video before my answer so that you can check your answer. So answer is Punjab. You can also see here the Punjab Chief Minister, that is Captain Amrinder Singh, launched DigiNest mobile application, ensure digital access to state government directory. Punjab is again important. Here is India's first, remember, India's first and only river biosphere or the conservation reserve. Remember, India's first river conservation reserve which are included in the Ramsar list. This is the Beas Conservation Reserve and it is included in the Ramsar list. It was recently included in the January 2020. It means before 1 year it was included. Remember, Beas Conservation Reserve. And Punjab Governor, who is the Punjab Governor? Governor is VP Singh Badnoor. Capital is Chandigarh and Chandigarh is a capital of Haryana also. And remember, very important wildlife sanctuary in Punjab, that is Abohar Wildlife Sanctuary. Black buck is found in Abohar Wildlife Sanctuary. Now we are moving to next question. This question is simple. So this DigiNest will provide the contact numbers and the emails of the government offices and the government officers to the publics, and it is through the DigiNest. Next question is, which state launched Kisan Fasal Rahat Yojana crop relief scheme? Again, very important question, and this scheme will replace the center government scheme, that is the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So remember, this scheme will replace the center government scheme, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, and this is Kisan Fasal Rahat Yojana. And the state government, again very important state government, that is Jharkhand. So answer is Jharkhand. You have to remember this. And the main objective of this scheme is to food safety, crop diversification, rapid development in agriculture, and paving way for the competition. So this is the main purpose of the Jharkhand government. Very important Chief Minister Hemant Soren, Governor is Draupadi Murmu, and capital is Ranchi. Remember, and this insurance scheme will cover land owing and the landless farmers. No premium needs to be paid in the scheme, remember. And there will be a compensation between 3,000 rupees to 3,500 rupees. So this will be the compensation if there is any loss regarding or due to natural disaster. Remember, if there is any loss due to natural disaster, then the state government will provide some compensation. It is known as Kisan Fasal Rahat Yojana. You can also see here Jharkhand Crop Relief Scheme, Kisan Fasal Rahat Yojana, replace the Prime Minister Insurance Scheme for farmers. What is the name of the center government scheme? Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. You can also see here Jharkhand launched this scheme, and the new scheme is a compensation scheme which will provide security cover to farmers of the Jharkhand in case of crop damage due to the natural disasters. And Jharkhand being a single crop state, that is only produce paddy, and the scheme will target farmers who grow paddy. It means if there is any fault or if there is any natural disasters, so that the farmers can't grow this paddy and they lost some of the input cost, then the state government will provide this input cost to the farmers. And this is this scheme, Kisan Fasal Rahat Yojana. And I already covered Governor, Chief Minister and the capital. Now we are moving to next question. And the very important state Jharkhand have two national parks, very important national parks. One is Betla National Park, remember, Betla National Park. Second is Hazaribagh Wildlife Sanctuary. Second is Wildlife Sanctuary, first is the National Park. Now we are moving to next question. Which solar energy firm has signed agreement with Delhi government and Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan to solarize schools in Delhi? So again, this is one new type of the initiative in Delhi, and it is a Delhi solar policy 2016 to 2020, and they will solarize all the schools, and they are basically setting up target of solarize 1,000 schools. 1000 schools and the education institutions by the 2022. This is the main target. And this solar energy firm is Oak Ridge Energy. Remember the name of the firm, Oak Ridge Energy. You can also see here, Oak Ridge Energy signed agreement with the Delhi government and the Kendriya Vidyalaya to set up solar power plants for 1000 schools. This is again very important. Oak Ridge has set up a solarized 1000 schools and education institution by 2022, and this will by default help to set the targets of the new and renewable energy, and will also help in making institution energy independent, reduce their electricity bill by default, generate additional income through sale of surplus power. It means if there is any surplus power, they can sell this surplus power to other units, and they can generate some type of the income. And they will also reduce the fees of the school, because the burden on the school will reduce by the electricity bills. They can reduce the fees also. The solarization of the government schools and colleges is undertaken under the Delhi Solar Policy of 2016-20. I already covered this point. So guys, remember, Delhi Chief Minister is Arvind Kejriwal, and very important, Delhi's Lieutenant Governor and Lieutenant Governor is Anil Baijal. Very important. Now we are moving to next question. Who has released a report on trend and progress of banking in India 2019-20? Now, it is very simple question, because who can release and who can know about the banking system in India between 2019 to 20? And it is very simple question, because the answer is very simple, Reserve Bank of India. You can also see in the picture that report on trend and progress of banking in India is released by the Reserve Bank of India, and very important information revealed by Reserve Bank of India under this report. RBI revealed that the gross NPA, GNPA, is reduced from 9.1% to 7.5% at the end of the September. Remember, 9.1% was the gross NPA at the end of the March 2019, and it was reduced to 8.2% at the end of the March 2020, but in September 2020 it is again reduced to 7.5%. So currently the gross NPA till the month of the end of September is 7.5%. This is a good news for the banking sector, because gross NPA is reduced as if you are comparing to the March 2019, end of the March 2019. So guys, remember, RBI's governor, you all know, Shaktikant Das. And now very important question here is the deputy governor of RBI, because the one position was vacant, and recently M. Rajeshwar Rao was appointed as a deputy governor. Total 4 deputy governors are there. One is the Vibhu Prasad Kango, second is Mahesh Kumar Jain, third is Mishal Devapatra, and fourth one M. Rajeshwar Rao. So these are the 4 deputy governors of RBI. Now we are moving to next question. Government approved 1-year extension of Chairman of Space Commission and Secretary of Department of Space. Who is this person? Guys, again, very simple question, but it is very important. The name is very important. And this 1-year extension given to the Chairman of Space Commission, and he is also the head of the ISRO. So answer is very simple. ISRO's head is K. Sivan. Because you all know, G. Satish Reddy is head of DRDO. Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohanty is head of BARC. Remember, BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center. And Arumugam Rajarajan, he is currently head of which agency? That is Satish Dhawan. So remember, K. Sivan, G. Satish Reddy, but the Chairman of Space Commission and Secretary of Department of Space is K. Sivan. You can see here the smiling picture of K. Sivan, and gets 1-year extension. It means he have to retire on 14th Jan 2021, but now he will retire on 14th Jan 2022. Remember, 1-year time period extended. Now we are moving to next question. Who won the Gold Icon Award in the category Excellence in Digital Governance and Ministry or Department under 6th Digital India Award 2020? Again, very important awards. It is the Digital India Award, and it is given biennially. Remember, it is given biennially. It was firstly given in 2010, then 2012, 14, 16, 18, and now it is 20. And there are some categories, and one category is Digital Governance in the Ministry and the Department, any category. And this organization won the Gold Icon. And there are 3 categories. One is Platinum Icon, second is Gold Icon, third is Silver Icon. But I am talking about the Gold Icon. Gold Icon won by the Department of Post. Remember, Department of Post. You can also see here, this award is conferred by Ramnath Kovind ji. Apada Sampurti portal of Bihar won the Silver Icon medal in the category of Innovation in Pandemic. Again, you can remember, in the state category, you can see in the governance, digital governance in the state, it is Haryana who won the Platinum medal, Tamil Nadu who won the Gold Icon. And this award is biennially, I already covered. You can also see the list that Innovation in Pandemic, it is Apada Sampurti portal, who won the silver icon, who won the platinum icon? It is the eSanjeevani. I think all you know eSanjeevani is National Telemedicine Service. And excellence in digital governance under the Ministry of Department, and it is the E-Committee of the Supreme Court of India who won the platinum award. Department of Post won the golden award. Don't remember silver icon. You can also see here in the state list, you have to remember Haryana and Tamil Nadu. Haryana won the platinum and Tamil Nadu won the gold. And you can also remember Jury Choice Award. Jury Choice Award go to the Arogya Setu office. This is the most important. Jury Choice Award is Arogya Setu office. And this is known as the Digital Awards. Remember, Digital India Award 2020. Earlier, till 2014, this award was known as Web Ratna Award. Remember, Web Ratna Award. But after 2014, it was renamed as Digital India Awards. Now, and this award was given by Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology. Now, moving to next question. Which ministry launched Global Pravasi Rishta portal and mobile application to connect Indian diaspora across the world? So, it is very important question, and we are talking about the Pravasi Rishta. It means we are talking about the NRIs, and this NRI is a responsibility of which department or which ministry, and it is very simple again, Ministry of External Affairs. So, this Global Pravasi Rishta portal and mobile application is launched by Ministry of External Affairs. So you have to remember this. This is again most important. Who is the Union Minister of External Affairs? Union Minister of External Affairs is S. Jaishankar, bureaucrat turned politician, very important, S. Jaishankar, and who is the Minister of State? V. Muralidharan. He basically launched this Global Pravasi Rishta portal. You can see the picture of V. Muralidharan, and he is currently the Minister of State of External Affairs, and he launched this portal and the mobile application for the Global Pravasi Rishta portal. This is known as the Global Pravasi Rishta portal, and this is very effective channel of communication between the Ministry of, that is the External Affairs Ministry, and global Indian community to communicate effectively during the normal situations or during the today type situation like times of emergency. So all the Indian diaspora which is basically settling abroad, they can contact the Ministry of External Affairs through this portal, Global Pravasi Rishta portal. Now we are moving to next section, that is the important question section. Here is our first question. Kerala governor released the book Sabrimala Vijna Kosham. Who is author of this book? So this word Vijna Kosh means encyclopedia, and Sabrimala is all you know. Sabrimala is a temple, and Kerala governor released this book Sabrimala. You can just remember the name Sabrimala. Who is the author of this book? And again, answer is K.S. Vijayanathan. So remember, he is the Inspector General of Police in the crime branch of the Kerala, so very high post, and K.S. Vijayanath authored this book Sabrimala Vijna Kosham or Sabrimala Encyclopedia. And Kerala governor, you all know, Arif Muhammad Khan, very important, Arif Muhammad Khan. You can also see the picture. Arif Muhammad Khan here, he is the governor of the Kerala, and there is K.S. Vijayanath. He is currently the Inspector General of Police, Crime Branch, Kerala. Now moving to next question. John Fulton Reid. Remember, John Fulton Reid, former cricketer of which country, passed away? So you have to remember the name John Fulton Reid, and he was cricketer, and he belongs to which country? He belongs to New Zealand. And New Zealand, he was very popular batsman of New Zealand. You have to just remember the name John Reid, passed away, and he was a cricketer of New Zealand. Move to next section, and it is the last section, that is the one-liner important point. Here is the first point, and it is not important that IAS officer P. Ravi Kumar appointed as 38th Chief Secretary of Karnataka. 38th Chief Secretary of Karnataka. But we covered Karnataka, but you can remember this P. Ravi Kumar if you belongs to Karnataka. Earlier, the Chief Secretary was T.M. Vijay Bhaskar, but he retired. Now, P. Ravi Kumar is appointed. Next, Jamnalal Sons Private Limited acquires 51% equity share capital of Mukund Soni Special Steel Limited. You have to just read this news, not important. Next, same news, IDBI Bank sell 23% stake in IDBI Federal Life Insurance Company to Aegis Insurance International NV. So again, this is not so much important, but you have to remember IDI and Aegis Insurance and Jamnalal and Mukund Soni. Next, Cabinet approves MOU between India and Bhutan on the cooperation in the peaceful uses of outer space. It means India tie up with Bhutan for the peaceful outer space agreement. So here the country is important, not the news. Bhutan is important. Bhutan Prime Minister is Lote Tshering. Remember, Lote Lote Tshering. And capital is Thimphu. Currency is Bhutanese Ngultrum. Remember, Ultrum, Nagultrum. Next, 96th of Tansen Sangeet Samaro annual music festival hosted in Gwalior. I already covered. And who won the this Tansen Samman award? I already covered this question. Next, cabinet approved industrial corridors node at Krishnapatnam and the Tumakuru. Tumakuru is a very famous iron ore mine in Karnataka, and Krishnapatnam is very famous place near the river of Krishna, and it is in Andhra Pradesh. So it means this industrial corridor will pass from the Andhra Pradesh and the Karnataka. Again important. So 2 or 3 things are important and 1 line important points. Otherwise, these are just read news. Now we are moving to the 31st December question, and here is a turn to answer this 31 December question. The question was, which is India's first city to have fulfilled 100% of its energy needs during the day with solar energy? The day with solar energy. Which is India's first city to have fulfilled 100% of its energy needs during the day, not the night, only during the day with solar energy. And answer is very simple. Answer is Diu. Answer is Diu, and this news comes because Ramnath Kovind recently visited Diu for 2 days. So remember, answer is Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Next is who received the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award in 2020 ATP Awards, and it is again very important question, and answer is Rafael Nadal. He won this award 4th time, remember, and it is the 3rd time he won this award consequently. It means 2018, 19, 20 he won this award, Stefan Edberg, and in 2010 he also won this award. So this is Rafael Nadal. Now, here is the turn of the question of the day. You can also see who recently became the youngest mayor of India on December 2020. So, this is most important question. You have 5 options, but guys, I am requesting you, please answer only in the comment box so that I can evaluate your performance on the daily basis. And the next section, that is the 3rd and 4th session, I will show the names of the very important questions who is answering in the comment box on the daily basis. So, guys, this is request only to comment only in the comment box. You can see here the slide, and it is very important slide because you have to follow 2 things under this slide. One is subscribe our channel. Second is like this video. This is the most important thing you have to do. You have to subscribe our channel. You have to like, and you have to like this video because we need 700 plus likes. It will motivate us to move forward, and it will also motivate us to make more videos on the different contents. And guys, please press the bell button. It is for you because you will receive the notification on time. And it is Affairs Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence. And guys, it is very important because 90% current affairs which are coming in your exams are covered by the Affairs Cloud. This is very trustworthy website and very trustworthy platform, so that you can rely on us very much. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care and don't take life so much serious, because life is very simple, life is very short, and always be happy. And this 2021 may bring you so much happiness, and under this year 2021 you will definitely clear this exam. Thank you guys for watching this video.